Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to our next episode of Is He the One series. Alright? Welcome. Alright, I know we're live over here on TikTok. We're also here on YouTube with you guys. Alright? So, as you guys saw, the title of this episode is called Bring to the Table. Alright? Bring to the Table. That's the title of it. So again, is he the one? Ladies, come to the front. Come to the front. The guy that you're thinking about giving your phone number to. The guy that you've been dating for a few months now. Alright? The guy that you're looking to even get married to. Is he the one? Alright? So let's get into it. Because this topic, it's a very interesting topic but I feel like it's so skewed. So I'm gonna do my best to try to give some clarification, right? Or just give my perspective of it. Let me just say it, give my perspective, because as you can tell, you could do your own thing, but again, I'm just here to just give my perspective. All right. So again, now, whenever this question comes up, one thing I've realized is that it like I said just now, it has a negative connotation. But for me, I feel like it's a valid question. No, is it a question that I've asked before? No, I don't think I've asked this question. I don't think I've asked it, and I don't think I will. I don't think I will ever ask the question. But it's a valid question. Like, hey, if we're gonna date. No, I don't think it's a good first date question, but I feel like it's a good question to ask at some point in the dating phase, where you're gonna pull the person aside and say, "Hey, you know what? These are my standards," and that's why it's very important to have standards, especially when you're dating. You intend to have some standards, have some do's and some don'ts. Some like, "Hey, I'll do this, but I won't do this." You get what I'm saying? And I feel like it's good throughout the courting phase. I know that there's a bunch of stages, but it's just dating / courting and then marriage. And again, that's my opinion. That's it. This talking stage, this situation stage, and all that. God bless you guys. But for me, I just believe in dating / courting and then serious committed relationship. If it's marriage for you, it's marriage for you. If it's just boyfriend girlfriend, that's it. But this whole situation is just waste of time. But anyways, let me get back to the point. So again, I feel in my opinion that it's a pretty good question to ask. Like, hey, and I feel like when men ask the question, women get offended. But you shouldn't get offended, because again, it's a valid question. Like, if I'm gonna commit to you, because one thing I've realized, I've learned, is that women, they gatekeep the let's just say sex, right? They gatekeep the sex, but men, they're responsible for the commitment aspect of it. You get what I'm saying? Because as you know, there's some women out there, they propose to men and they marry men and all that stuff, but it's typically the man who's responsible for the commitment aspect of it. So if the man's gonna commit to you, because again, the man's gonna commit to you, it's a valid question for the man to say, okay, what do you bring to the table? But I feel like like I said earlier, it has a negative connotation, but it's not a negative question. It's a pretty good question to ask. But somebody brought up to my attention, well, Shamar, if you ask that question, the person can lie. So rather than ask them that question, you should just observe their actions. And I'm like, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Yes, but I feel the question itself still holds value, where you could actually see, because even if they do lie, a month, 2 months, 3 months, all of it's gonna fall apart. So again, I still believe that it's a good question to ask. Hey, what do you bring to the table? And maybe it could be like a mutual thing where you are, he asks what you bring to the table, and then obviously you ask him what he brings to the table. But it's a question that needs to ask, because I think I mentioned in, I forgot which I know it was Is She the One series, and but I forgot what the video was where I was saying that if we take away sex, right? If sex is not quote unquote on the table, what else you as a woman can offer? And what you can offer apart from sex, that's, I'm not gonna say that's your value, but that's very crucial. So whenever that question comes up, that's what you would say. And obviously, being on Instagram, being on social media, I've come across a bunch of, I come across a bunch of negative, and I come across a bunch of positive. But the positive is that what I hear women saying that, okay, great. What I bring to the table is that I'll support you. You get what I'm saying? I'll give you my support. Like, say for instance, now if you're, working on a project, which is very important, man, very important for you to have a purpose. You get what I'm saying? Because one of my mentors, he said that if what is she helping you with, if you because women are natural when it comes down to support and helping. Most women are. I know that there's some women out there that they don't help, they don't support, but most loving, amazing women, they're supportive. You get what I'm saying? So what do you as the man have going on for her to come and sprinkle her goodness? Because women, they multiply everything. Women multiply everything. All right. So again, what are you working on? But again, so yeah, come back to the point now. So support, right? One of the ladies said that she'll give support. She'll give love. She'll. I'm trying to remember exactly, but what she read off, she mentioned a good amount of stuff that was very. As a man, I would say to myself that yes, like that's what we need. As men, that's what we need. We need that. Those are the kind of things that we need as men. We need women in our corner who are supportive to us, because most men, they don't have a good woman in their corner. You get what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes when men they come across a good woman, they jump at it. They go for her. You get what I'm saying? Because it's very rare. It's not rare, but it's very rare to find like a all round woman. You know what I'm saying? Especially now, because again, there's so much stuff going on right now. But again, the young lady was saying that she would bring support, she would bring love, she would bring just her womanliness, her softness. And again, like I said, as a man, I know that men value those things. All right. So again, you as a woman watching this video, a good exercise that you could do, especially in the new year, check some do some inventory, like, and again, especially if you're in the phase that I talked about, you're looking to give somebody your number, right? Because he's been on your back, he's been flirting with you a lot, right? You're thinking about giving your number, right? Him, right? The second thing is that if you're already in a relationship already, right? And you know what, you're dating this guy, and it seems pretty good and all that good stuff. Okay, great, do some inventory. And the third thing is that where you're like in a full committed relationship and you're about to get married, do some inventory. Like, what can I bring to this man's life to be able to help him to move to the next level, or help us? Because again, you guys are becoming a unit. Especially if you guys are gonna get married, you guys are gonna become a unit. So it's a case, what can you bring to the table? And again, it's a healthy question, because I that's why I feel like some men, they sometimes there's some good stuff, and then men, both men and women, but let's just focus on the men. We kind of mess it up, because that was such a good question. It's such a good question to ask, but sometimes I hear men ask it in such a negative connotation. Okay, what do you bring to it? No, that's not how it's supposed to be asked. It's supposed to be asked like, okay, great. say for instance that we were supposed to be into a committed relationship, what would you be, what would you, bring to the table? You get what I'm saying? What can I expect from your side? Or better yet, I'll tell you what you can expect from my side, but what can I expect from your side? That's how it's supposed to be asked. But I feel like, again, both men and women mess up this such a simple, and it's in, and again, I said it earlier and I'm gonna say it again. It's a great question to ask. It's a great question to ask. Maybe not on the first date, maybe the second date, you get what I'm saying? But it's a great question to ask, especially if you're thinking about going into a serious relationship with somebody. Because again, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not here to waste time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to waste time. And if you're just like me, you're not looking to waste time, especially when it comes on to your dating life. Yeah, it's a pretty good question to ask, and it's pretty good to find out what people's intentions are. You get what I'm saying? And to see if you're aligned. Because I remember this dating coach I was having a conversation with. He was saying that one of the biggest issues with relationships is compatibility. You get what I'm saying? Where we're not compatible, but we force it. And then that's one of the biggest reason why people fall apart. Now, by asking that question, you could find out if you guys share values. Because again, that's the next thing again too. Sometimes, because you can have shared values but not be compatible. So it's good to have like a mixture of everything. You get what I'm saying? Where you're compatible, you have shared values, and yeah, those major two things. Obviously, there's more, but those major two: compatibility and shared values, and maybe some similar goals, maybe, because as you know, men and women are different, right? And that's even the next thing again too. Like, men and women are different, but people they fight or they argue because of the differences, but keep forgetting that, hey, we're different. So the reason why we love each other, the reason why we like each other is because we're different. The reason why we should be more understanding is because we're different. But that's not the case. It's like, okay, you're different, something is wrong with you, let me blame you, or you get what I'm saying, which is incorrect. So again, what do you bring to the table? And again, it could be a mutual question to ask. Hey, if you become my boyfriend, or if you become my husband, what can I expect from you to bring to the table, bring into the relationship? You get what I'm saying? What can I expect? And you guys just cut it up, right? And again, if it sounds good, if it sounds good and it sounds like it's what you're looking for, then you could move forward. But again, it's a good question to ask. Now again, I just came on here for a few minutes to just talk about this simple topic, because again, it was a simple topic. All right. If you guys are new here, my name is Shamar Brown, podcast host, dating coach, e-commerce entrepreneur. Your boy has a bunch of stuff going on. Right. I even launched my first book. If you guys are on YouTube, it's gonna be in the comment section. If you guys are here on TikTok, go follow me on Instagram, and then you'll be able to find the book on there. All right. Now, a few things before I wrap up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. All right, because as you guys know, especially you guys who've been around the block, you guys know that we have a lot of content coming up, and we have a lot of content out already, but we have a lot more content coming. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and send this to 10 guy friends that you know. All right, and then 10 women friends, not girls, women friends that you know. All right, because again, they need to do some inventory. You need to do some inventory, but those 10 lady friends, they need to do some inventory. Those 10 guy friends, they need to do some inventory. Because again, we need to know what we carry or what we're bringing to the table when it comes on to relationship. Because again, we don't want to leave things up to chance. Because like I said, two important things. Shared values and compatibility. Those two things are very important when it comes down to relationship. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight here on TikTok. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Happy New Year's. I don't know if I told you already, but Happy New Year's. All right. Make sure, like I said, make sure that you're locked in. All right. And we'll talk soon. Bye.